Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Getaway Friday edition. Thoroughbred action here from Gulfstream Park West. Jason Blewett joining you. Hope you had a great and happy Thanksgiving. We are back to work today, back at the track for a 9-race Friday afternoon. Just 3 full cards remain before we pack up shop. So why don't we check out the track and weather conditions here in Miami Gardens.
Fast and firm on this Friday afternoon as, well, life after Thanksgiving rolls full speed ahead here at GPW. Partly sunny skies, a beautiful day for racing as we get set for the first. Start the day, 2-year-olds, nice field. Allowance optional claimer on the grass going 5 furlongs. Jason Bean is standing by with the call.
And the race is on. Gladiator King from that outside draw got away in good order, as did Felon right to his inside, and outside of them, Caratori. So the 3 outside runners fastest here. Joining them down toward the inside comes Bourbon and Ditch. Drama Free's part of that early mix as well, as 5th and only about 2.5 off the lead. It's 2 more, then back to Elgin Escape. Then comes Bye Bye Jay, and Never Bad is the trailer. As they head toward the fire turn, and up front on the outside, Caratori goes to the front. Gladiator King on the outside. Bourbon and Ditch had to check back there into the 3rd spot. Spotted the leaders about 2.5 with that move. Is now winding around the turn. Caratori, and now on the outside, Gladiator King. These 2 favorites have it to themselves as they come to the quarter pole. They're 2 ahead of Drama Free, who ranges up in 3rd. Bourbon and Ditch back to the 4th spot, trying to get a move on from the back comes Bye Bye Jay as Gladiator King takes over up front. Down toward the inside, Caratori going to have to re-rally and is doing so. These 2 have pulled themselves about 7 or 8 lengths in front. It's a match race past the 16th pole. Gladiator King on the outside, Caratori down toward the inside. It's a question of who wants it more. Final 50 yards, Gladiator King, Caratori. That's a photo finish. What a thrilling stretch drive between those 2. A long way back to a photo between Bye Bye Jay and Drama Free.
This was just a good horse race, and I'll tell you, the winner, Gladiator King, and the runner-up both have a future as turf sprinters and maybe more. In the case of Gladiator King, this horse was ultra game. Son of Curlin out of a Hennessy Dam, trained by Jaime Mejia, Leonel Reyes, the winning rider. Good race in the first. On to the main we go. Race number 2, a maiden claimer. These are 3 and up. Claiming tags are $10,000.
And the race is on. Bit of a slow start for King Ready. Good start for First Thunder. No Honor, No Deal. And down toward the inside, Mr. Spike and Lumumba. In fact, 4 of them battling for the early lead. It's No Honor, No Deal. And down on the inside, First Spike. And those 2 come onto the main track. Lumumba right to their outside. And now 3 of them lining up past the 5.5 furlong marker. That trio about 3 lengths ahead of First Thunder, who's out in the 4th spot. Then we come back to Little Todd, Fighting Irish Tablet with 1 beat. And that's the slow starting King Ready, who's at the back of affairs and already spotting the leaders about 12 as they go to the 4.5 furlong marker. Lumumba up from the outside up to a narrow advantage. Mr. Spike tries to go with that one, and those 2 quickly put 2.5 ahead on No Honor, No Deal, who's now back in the 3rd spot. Little Todd starts to come through from that 4th position. It's 2 more, then back to First Thunder, Fighting Irish Tablet still with just King Ready beat. They headed into the fire turn, and up on the front end, Lumumba and First Spike, and those 2 continue to do battle. No Honor, No Deal now pushed along for a little bit more from the 3rd spot as Little Todd starts to gain up in 4th. Another length back to Fighting Irish Tablet, First Thunder, and King Ready has been at the back the entire way. Lumumba now seizes the advantage. He has to brace for the oncoming challenge of No Honor, No Deal, who starts to wind up out 3 wide. Back in 3rd now, Mr. Spike winding up down the far outside. Fighting Irish Tablet tries to gain with a final furlong left to go. No Honor, No Deal, and Lumumba. These 2 going at it. Here's Fighting Irish Tablet right down the outside. At the 16th pole, Lumumba digs in down toward the inside. Between runners, No Honor, No Deal. Late run from Fighting Irish Tablet, but Lumumba is game on the rail, and Lumumba goes on to win it. Second was close. Looked like No Honor, No Deal held off Fighting Irish Tablet, and Little Todd finished up in 4th.
Gritty effort from the 7, Lumumba, who didn't pull the perfect trip from the outside, was in the game and fought throughout and just had a little extra when it counted for Terry Pompey, who's done a great job this season on this circuit. And Miguel Vasquez, your winning rider in race number 2, as we take a little time out. Back with the 3rd on this Friday, just a second.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
And here we go. Welcome back. Thoroughbred Action Race 3. We are back on the turf with this maiden claimer. These are 2-year-olds, and the claiming prices are $16,000.
And the race is on. Nomad out wide was away in good order. Roses for Jimmy right there. Revolving Star in the green colors coming through. Noble King also part of that early mix as well. And here's Mr. Lucas down toward the inside, so a scramble on for the early lead as Mr. Lucas and Revolving Star merge up to the front. Length and a half more back to Come On Venezuela, who falls into a good spot in the 3rd position. That Scoundrel was out in the 4th spot. Then comes Nomad in 5th. Roses for Jimmy's between horses in the 6th spot. 2 more then back to Noble King. It's then a space of 4 back to VJ and Crossband. Got to be about 15 lengths behind as they go around the far turn. And up on the front end, Revolving Star now putting away Mr. Lucas. Come On Venezuela. And on the outside, Nomad. Those two charging after this leader as Revolving Star turns for home in front. Here's Nomad in the orange cap up on the outside, moving nicely and coming after the lead. Mr. Lucas is back into the bit toward the inside. Then comes Come On Venezuela. That Scoundrel still has to make up 4 or 5. Final 16th to go. Nomad, Revolving Star. These two arrive at the 16th pole. They're 2.5 ahead of Come On Venezuela. Revolving Star digs in. Nomad on the outside. These two for the final 50 yards. Revolving Star and Nomad very close. I think maybe Nomad, it's close. Revolving Star was right there in a photo finish.
Some really tight finishes so far on the card this afternoon, and that photo finish camera definitely needed between the 4 Revolving Star, who just lost a tough one to the number 10 Nomad. Chad Summers, Jose Batista teaming up with the winner Nomad, and I can tell you that the runner-up Revolving Star was claimed by Dan Pita. Race number 4 up next. We start the Rainbow Six. The pool well over 100,000 as we get on to this maiden claiming race, and these are 2-year-old fillies. Tags $35,000.
And the race is on. Good start for Dana Grace, who heads out to the early lead. Princess Gabby down toward the inside, and the rail runner Blue Sky Venezuela handy in the early going up from the far outside. One classy lady also in the mix as well. But as they come out of the main track, it's Hill Valley who leads them. Hill Valley in front by a length and a half. Blue Sky Venezuela, and on the outside, Dana Grace. They're together 2nd and 3rd. They're a length and a half more back to Hanaya. The favorite who starts to make up ground is now 4th and drawn within 2.5 of the lead. Princess Gabby drops back off the pace a little bit, then comes looking for more in Vicky Apple. It's a space of 2 more back to One Classy Lady. Then a gap of 3 toward the back. Let's not get too excited. And With Me or Without Me is the trailer. So they head toward the far turn, and up front, Hill Valley has made every yard thus far. Hendaya trying to slip through down toward the inside. Up on the outside is Dana Grace. Dana Grace now a clear-cut 2nd and coming after Hill Valley up front. Hanaya stays down toward the inside from 3rd. It's a length and a half more than back to Blue Sky Venezuela, who's under a drive. Then a space of 3. Princess Gabby trying to get winding up from the back is Vicky Apple as they come around to the quarter pole. Hill Valley is surrounded. Hanaya trying to come between horses, and Dana Grace looping up 3 wide. Hill Valley cut the corner, though. Hill Valley in front by a length and a half. Dana Grace giving chase along with Hendaya down the far outside. Blue Sky Venezuela still pitching away. A final furlong left to go, and it's Hill Valley well in command past the 16th pole. Hill Valley by 4 now. Hendaya, Dana Grace, and Blue Sky Venezuela all battling out the minor awards, but it's Hill Valley and Jeffrey Sanchez to win it by 4. Second look to be Dana Grace holding out Blue Sky Venezuela. Hendaya gonna have to settle for 4th.
Well, Back to the Future fans may have found a good hunch play here in the number 4 Hill Valley, owned and bred by Arundel Farm, trained by Stanley Gold, ridden to victory by Jeffrey Sanchez. Doesn't matter the level, these homebreds for Arundel by Brethren have been running really well these last few months. Hill Valley, much the best in the 4th. Here we go with race number 5, a crossroads race today. Cash out the early 5, we kick off the late 5, and this is leg B in the Rainbow Six. Let's send it back to Jason Beam for the call of this 6-furlong sprint on the dirt, $42,000 allowance optional claimer.
And the race is on. Stumbling there was Game Day Drama. Trio of Champions from the outside away in good order. Here's Some Overture coming through, and Some Overture going up to put a nose in front. SCOTUS Care coming up between runners. Cantharos Image away in the 4th spot. Then comes I Idolize You, who moves up in 5th, and Polar Jet down toward the inside. They're tightly bunched. At the back of affairs, So Long Chuck and Game Day Drama after that stumble, but only about 8 lengths front to back as they go to the half-mile pole, and Trio of Champions able to clear from that outside draw and takes them toward the far turn, a length and a half in front of I Idolize You, who's up to a clear-cut second. Some Overture back to 3rd. SCOTUS Care in the orange colors now takes over that 3rd position. Here's Polar Jet, who's 5th right now, about 5.5 off the lead. Then comes Cantharos Image. So Long Chuck trying to get going from the back of affairs with Game Day Drama as they wind around to the top of the stretch. Up on the front end, it's Trio of Champions. I Idolize You getting ever so much closer from the outside. Here's SCOTUS Care up 3 deep, trying to come after them as well. 2.5 more back to Polar Jet, who has to do a little bit better at this point. They come to the furlong pole now, and I Idolize You hits the front. SCOTUS Care down the far outside. Polar Jet trying to wind up, but has to make up 3 lengths in the final 16th of a mile. I Idolize You and Nick Juarez clear with 50 yards left to go. Polar Jet and SCOTUS Care going to battle out second. There's no battle for first. I Idolize You won it by 4. SCOTUS Care did hold on to second. Third was Polar Jet. Fourth looked like Trio of Champions.
Pretty surprised the number 7, I Idolize You, who was taking a big jump up in class, don't get me wrong, but 6-1 for a horse who was looking for 3 straight wins, trained by Jason Service, just doesn't happen all that often. Nick Juarez, good ride from the outside, and this Florida bred, a bit of a homecoming for this gelding by Awesome, of course. Halfway home, in fact, we are past the half-mile pole. We've got that late pick 4 on this Black Friday coming your way after this.
And Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
And here we go with race 6, late pick 4, 5 furlongs on the turf. Race number 6 on the afternoon is a 3-and-up filly mare claimer. Claiming prices are $12,500.
And the race is on. Awesome and then some, as expected, going right out to the front. Here's Touch of Quality away in that 2nd spot. Up from the outside, Hug a Tree is out in 3rd. The 2 Nancy's is in the 4th spot. It's a length and a half more back to Proper Princess in 5th. Zero Z got away 6th today, already about 6 or 7 off the early lead. Then comes Linden Inn, and Love Flute is at the back of affairs as they head toward the far turn. It's Awesome and then some leading it by a length. In the 2nd spot is Touch of Quality out 3 deep for Hug a Tree. The 2 Nancy's rides the hedge from the inside in 4th, about 4 off the pace. 3 more then back to Proper Princess. Zero Z still got about 8 or 9 lengths to find. Then comes Linden Inn, and Love Flute is now out of last. But as they turn to the top of the stretch, Awesome and then some going to take some catching. Awesome and then some off the turn in front, a length and a half. Cutting the quarter nicely, the 2 Nancy's is up to 2nd. Then comes Touch of Quality. Zero Z tries to get going with Linden Inn from the back. Final furlong time now. Awesome and then some trying to hold off the 2 Nancy's, who's coming through down toward the inside. But it's Awesome and then some, and Miguel Vasquez clear with 50 yards left to go. Awesome and then some wire to wire. The 2 Nancy's was 2nd, 3rd went to Zero Z, and 4th, Linden Inn.
Second win on today's card for jockey Miguel Vasquez, who to me, both physically and mentally, is heading into the Gulfstream Park meet on Saturday, December 1st at the top of his game. Excellent rider. Good barn here with Jenna Antonucci as the trainer. Awesome and then some from that inside post. Race number 7, good field on the dirt, 7 furlongs. This one a 3-and-up claimer for horses that have never won 2 or 3-year-olds. Very contentious group here, running for tags of $30,000 to $25,000.
And the race is on. Bit of a slow start for Pass the Butter. Good start for Empire Power, who goes right out to the front, down toward the inside. Fafa coming through to challenge that one. And these two are fastest as they come toward the main track. Royal Holiday out in 3rd. Vincero comes up the inside into that 4th position. Right to that one's outside then comes for the Gipper. It's a break of 2.5 more lengths back to Pass the Butter, and Animus is at the back of affairs. The 8 of them covered by about 9 lengths as they go up the back stretch. And up on the front end, it is Fafa now to assume command. Fafa leads it by a length. Empire Power up from the outside, and second. Vincero is third. Lord Barna races in the 4th spot. It's right there in that second flight is Royal Holiday. It's about 3 more back to For the Gipper. Then comes Pass the Butter. And Animus still at the back of affairs as they head toward the fire turn. And it's still long shot Fafa. Long shot Fafa in front. Empire Power getting a little bit closer from that second spot. Vincero back in third, 2 lengths behind. It's another length and a half then back to Royal Holiday, who's pushed along, is fourth, still about 4.5 off the lead. Then comes Lord Barna, the others with some work to do as they come around to the top of the stretch. And Empire Power now back in front. Fafa toward the inside, winding up down the center of the course comes For the Gipper. Vincero still plugging along, and Royal Holiday many chances with a furlong left to go. Empire Power, here's Vincero up alongside. Down the outside For the Gipper, in behind them comes Royal Holiday, final 16th to go. Vincero goes a neck in front. Empire Power digs in down along the inside. It's down to these two, Vincero, Empire Power. Vincero looked to get it. Empire Power was second. Photo for third between For the Gipper and Royal Holiday.
Well, that's 3 straight wins for the Frank Calabrese owned Vincero, who went out for Saffie Joseph Jr., your leading trainer at the meet. He is now 2 in front of Marcus Vitale, and that gives leading rider Edgar Zayas his 46th win of the season here at GPW. Gritty effort out of Vincero over the 6 Empire Power, who ran well in defeat. Late doubles coming up next. We also have a couple of races in the Stronach 5, so don't go anywhere. Back with the 8th. And here we go with race number 8, late double time. Main tracking it here. Last dirt race, by the way, on the card. Got some 3-and-up fillies and mares and this allowance optional claimer as we send it back up to JB.
And the race is on. Our next roll from the inside away in good order, Day by Day. Also handy as they come out of the gate. Then comes 40 Sweetheart. Miss Helen up from the outside was away in 4th. Rochette's right there in that early pack as well. The first 5 only covered by about 2. It's a length and a half more back to Queen Roller, who moves outside of Heaven's Humor. Then comes Livin' a Dream, and it's another zip code back to Pure Bliss, who spots these leaders about 15 lengths with a half-mile left to go. Up on the front end, it's Our Next Roll and 40 Sweetheart, and those two take their battle into the fire turn. They're 2 lengths ahead. Up down toward the inside, Heaven's Humor. Up alongside of that one comes Livin' a Dream. It's another length and a half then. Back to Miss Helen, trying to make up some ground is Rochette. But as they wind around the fire turn, it's still Our Next Roll in command. Our Next Roll leading it. Starting to wind up on the far outside comes Day by Day, who's back into the bit. Down toward the inside, Livin' a Dream, trying to get going with Heaven's Humor. They come to the top of the stretch. Our Next Roll, here's Day by Day, right up alongside. Heaven's Humor down toward the inside is through to be third. But with a final furlong left to go, it's Day by Day battling up with Our Next Roll. Heaven's Humor continues to progress down toward the inside. Then comes 40 Sweetheart at the 16th pole. Day by Day and Nick Juarez. Here's Heaven's Humor coming through down along the inside. Might be going best of all. It's Day by Day and Heaven's Humor. These two hit the wire. Heaven's Humor got it. Day by Day was second. Rochette closed to finish third.
And let's wrap it up. Race number 9 on this final Friday of the meet. We'll go on the turf at 5 furlongs. Maiden claimers, 3-and-up. Claiming prices are $10,000.
And the race is on. Good start for Bunyan's Axe toward the outside. Crest of Eden is right there. Shanghai Storm, the favorite, right in amongst that leading pack. From the outside, Dr. Dudley's out in 4th. Down toward the inside, Off the Mark is up into the 5th position. Then we come back to Broadcast Time, who is 6th. It's a length and a half more back to Judas Tango in the 7th spot. Then comes Tropical Tapestry, another space of 2 back to Armonico. And Turquito is the last of the 10 as they head toward the far turn. Up on the front end, it's Crest of Eden, Shanghai Storm, and on the far outside, Dr. Dudley. Those 3 right across the track. They're 2.5 lengths in front of Off the Mark. mark, who ranges up into that 4th spot. Down toward the inside, then after that comes Judas Tango trying to get a move on his Bunyan's axe as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Crest of Eden on the outside. Dr. Dudley coming after that one. Diving down toward the inside, late run from Off the Mark, who starts to rally Shanghai Storm. The favorite is plummeting back through the field. In fact, down the outside, here's Judas Tango. Final 16th, and this one is wide open. Down toward the inside, Off the Mark. Down the far outside comes Judas Tango. Armonico late on the scene is Judas Tango, and Armonico down to these two. Judas Tango, Armonico came through right at the last jump, got very close. Armonico and Judas Tango in a photo here in the finale.
Nine up, 9 down. It all comes down to the final 21 races this meet. 11 Saturday, by the way. First race post time will be a little after 12 noon. And then we've got a 10-race card on Sunday, a mandatory payout as well. Best of luck, happy handicapping, and get tied on for closing weekend here at Gulfstream West.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.